Hi, everyone. Welcome. I'm so happy to be here. I'm feeling very festive with my cute little Santa hat, here to bring you gifts. Christmas has come early. I was planning on going live actually earlier on in the week, but life, work, business got in the way and I didn't. So I'm so excited to be here with you today, be able to share some awesome human design insights, tarot readings for you. So if you don't know me, my name is Katie. I'm a human design coach. I'm also an airline pilot. I also am a side hustle extraordinaire. I have two side businesses. My coaching business as a human design expert and also my skin and hair care business. Hi, Julia. Welcome. Good to see you. And today I am coming live to give you the down low on human design. I love to share the good word about human design. If you've never heard of human design before, it is a synthesis of astrology, the I Ching, the Kabbalah, the chakra system, and quantum physics, and all those beautiful modalities come together to bring you human design, which actually shows you your unique energetic blueprint, which allows you to understand how you are uniquely designed to exchange energy with the world around you in a way that creates ease and flow. So I discovered human design on my business journey, actually, when I was learning more about manifestation. I've always been obsessed with manifestation. And if you are too, then you definitely want to get to know more about your human design chart, because it's all about energy, baby. So when you learn to work with your human design, you learn how to kind of reduce resistance so that you can invite all the things that you're looking for in your life, all the things that you're wanting to create and magnetize in your life. You can do that with a lot more ease and flow when you understand your human design. So what I'm going to be doing today is doing a reading for each of the 5 human design energy types. So in human design, the entry point to your chart is your energy type. So there is a kind of a close connection to astrology. And you know, in astrology, your star sign is the entry point to your natal chart. In human design, your energy type is the entry point to your human design. So it shows you a really broad overview of how you're designed to exchange energy with the world around you, and also your unique gifts and traits. And it gives you some incredible freaking tools to help you navigate that with a lot more ease. So learning your human design energy type is absolutely the best place to start. And if you don't already know yours, you can download your chart. I'm going to actually put the link in now because people always need it. So there's a link, and if you're on Instagram, you can grab that through the link in my bio. Hi, Lydia. Welcome. Good to see you. So before we get into today's tarot readings and human design insights, I just really want to, I have literally just this morning launched look, I haven't launched, but I do have some very exciting news. So I'm launching a brand new offering in January, and it is called the Level Up Side Hustle Startup School. And this has been born because I have heard the call from many, many women. I've had so many conversations over the last 9 months with women who have been really feeling the pinch of the rising cost of living and wondering how they can take back their power and have more financial fun, more fun money, more money to spend on them rather than just paying off goddamn bills. So some people that I've spoken to have already started side hustles, but are feeling a little bit overwhelmed and confused and kind of wondering, how do I start building momentum? And other people that I've spoken to have been thinking about starting a side hustle, but are just kind of like, how would I even fit that in with my busy life? So I have built Side Hustle Startup School to help both those people. And we're launching in late January, but you can register today to be the first to get access when doors open in late January. And what that means is you'll be able to get access to the cart open specials. So there's going to be cheap open cart offers where you can get it for like bargain prices, but then also you are going to be able to go in the draw to win a full scholarship to Side Hustle Startup School. So one lucky person is going to have their full fees covered. So if you are even just a little bit intrigued and you're just thinking, I kind of like the idea, but I don't really know if it's for me, then definitely register, because I've got some pre-launch events coming that are going to help you gain clarity on that. But even better, you are going to go in the draw to win the full scholarship as well. So I'm going to pop the link now in Facebook and on YouTube. And if you are on Instagram, then the link is actually, no, the link is not in the bio. If you're on Instagram and you want the link, let me know and I'll DM it to you. Because I am only sharing these links with people who are on my lives, people who are on my mailing list. So those are the two things I wanted to tell you. If you don't know your human design energy type, you can download your human design chart through the link that's in the chat there on Facebook, and on Instagram, it's in the link in bio. So happy Christmas. Hi, Lisa. Hi, is it Johan? And I think that's it. Hi, good to see you guys. Thanks for joining me here. So I'm going to start by doing a reading for human design manifestors. And then I'm going to do, in between each of my human design energy type readings, I'm going to do personal readings. So let me know if you want a reading, because if you want one, I would absolutely love to do one for you. Hi, Rosanna. Welcome. So good to see you. All right, so we're starting with manifestors, and manifestors make up 10% of the population. So they are the spark that creates transformation and give direction to energy. So manifestors are known as the trailblazers of the energy types. Not here to fit into any mold made for anyone else. In fact, manifestors often feel a little bit unusual. They feel like they don't really fit in necessarily with one specific group. They think very differently, very outside the box, and that's for good reason, because manifestors are here to break mold and create new ways of being, right? I always think about manifestors as, you know, the people that would have looked up at the stars and the moon and gone like, wow, that's amazing. How can I get up there, right? Like, what can I invent? What if we could travel into space? Manifestors are the deep thinking, questioning, let's fucking change the world sort of thinkers. And that can be sometimes really part of the challenge of being a manifestor. When you think so differently, it can be really hard to find people that like get on your bandwagon, right? And that is part of what the journey as a manifestor to understanding your energy is, to know that you're not supposed to be for everyone. You're actually here to blaze trails, and that's a responsibility. And through understanding your human design, you can actually really learn to embody that and totally. Hi, Carrie. Thank you. Oh my God, so cute. Hi, Vivian. Rebecca from New Zealand. Whereabouts in New Zealand are you? I'm from Palmerston North. All right, team. Okay. I told you about manifestors. They're incredible energy types, make up only 10% of the population. If you're not sure what your energy type is, definitely download your chart and let's do a reading for manifestors. And then I'm going to do a reading for Lydia. Thanks, Lydia. I'm so glad that you're here. I love that it's a weird time of day, hey, but I just know, like, for me, I'm such a morning person, and if I leave it too late, then I'll either get called into work or I'll just be so freaking tired that I won't be able to give you all my best. All right, so, Ponsonby, that's, is that Auckland or Wellington? That's near Auckland or Wellington? I can't remember. Oh, Carrie. Well, I'm living in Perth, Carrie. We're close. I flew to Karratha the other day. I wonder if I've ever flown you, Carrie. Do you fly Qantas? All right. Okay, this is for manifestors. Let's see what festive message Spirit has got for manifestors. And then I'm going to do a reading for Lydia. Manifestors. Oh, there it is. Okay. Ooh, Ace of Swords. Oh, manifestors. This is the goddess Athene, right? She is a powerful goddess. And in the card of the Ace of Swords, there is like the new uprush of creative, of new potential ideas, right? There is some sort of new brain chemistry, new way of thinking, of looking at something that is going to transform the way you move through the world. It is like bubbling up from the surface. So the way the Ace of Swords often comes to us is like an inkling of like, ooh, what if I tried something new? What if I invested this different way of being into maybe an old sort of endeavor that you've been working on? Maybe something's been feeling a little bit stagnant, a little bit stuck. Athene and the Ace of Swords comes along to go like, hey girl, you got some creative, like your brain chemistry. You are smart. You have got wisdom. And often we need to pull into the energy of questioning in order to unlock more creative solutions, more creative ways of being. So when the Ace of Swords comes up, it's like there is newness, new ways of thinking that are rising to the surface. And what our job is as the vessel to sort of nurture this is to stay open to being kind of surprised at and be open to new ways of moving forward. Not trying to ram old ways, old solutions into an old problem, but actually nurture those new sort of ideas that are coming through and get inquisitive about it and allow them to grow some more. Perfect. I mean, manifestors are really good at this anyway, because you guys have that total out of the box thinking sort of brain, that questioning sort of energy that draws you to want to look at things differently. And this is what the Ace of Swords is asking of you over the final months, the final weeks, days of 2023, is to like let yourself have that creative vision. Try not to, if you feel yourself dropping back into old patterns of thinking that have just feeling a little bit stagnant, this is pure potential energy that wants you to grow, wants you to lean into these new ways of thinking. So get in amongst it. Who knows where it will take you, right? Amazing energy for the end of 2023 for manifestors. All right, let's do a reading for Lydia. And then we are going to move on and do a reading for human design generators, which is my human design energy type as well. Hi, Kat. Yes, I'd love to. Margarita, welcome. I now live in my home address. Oh, amazing. Yes, of course. I mean, so one thing that is confusing about human design is that the energy type manifestor is simply a name, right? It's just a name to group one of the 5 energy types. It doesn't mean that manifestors are the only ones that can manifest. All energy types can manifest. Just to clear that up. Hi, Carmen. Welcome. Yes, I'd love to. All right, Lydia, this is for you, my love. Let's see what's going on for you for the end of 2023. You guys, I've felt a lot of like, I almost feel like I'm in January already, you know, like inspired, enthusiastic, excited for newness. Exciting. All right, Lydia, let's see. Oh, 6 of Swords, Lydia. Okay, we're in the Swords energy again. So the 6 of Swords, Lydia, is about like kind of moving forward, like move forward, don't look back over your shoulder, right? It's like leaving old anxieties, leaving old unhelpful thought processes in the past. Like you've evolved, you've learned enough, you've gained the wisdom that you needed to gain through these experiences. And it's time to like go move forward, right? You can see he's like, I got this. He's channeling his inner gangster and he's like, yeah, I'm moving forward because I can't live in the past anymore. Like that shit was holding me back. So Lids, when 6 of Swords come up, sometimes it requires of us to go like, oh, wait a minute, I don't really feel, if you're kind of like, oh, I don't really know if I've gained any wisdom or like what this is all about. Often it requires us to sit down and do a bit of reflection. What has been unfolding in the last little while? And it'll be a period of time that only you can define. You will know better than me. But what has unfolded recently that you are like, okay, well, that wasn't the easiest. There was a bit of stress, a bit of anxiety, but I have moved through it and I am moving through it. What was the wisdom? What was the lesson in that whole process that I'm now being called to apply to move forward? So there is like this period where you kind of have to go, oh, just give me a moment of reflection so that you don't have to repeat that again, right? So that you don't look back over your shoulder and end up in the same situation again. So Lydia, this feels very like really encouraging for the end of the year because it's like, this is what you need to keep your eyes on the prize, focus your intentions for heading into 2024. Like it's really encouraging to let go of anything that you feel like might have been causing any resistance throughout 2023. Like definitely take the time to reflect. And then maybe you want to ritualize just like leaving that behind. Maybe in the coming weeks before we move into 2024, setting yourself a little intention. Maybe it's like writing down what you kind of like a full moon ceremony, but for the end of the year. The Six of Swords will be really supportive of you for that. So exciting. I hope that helps. All right, team, I'm going to do a reading for generators, and then I'm going to do a reading for, let's see. All right, keep posting, because I'm going to pull the people that I do personal readings from the bottom of the chat. So please keep posting if you're still here. The reason I do that is because otherwise what happens is I do readings for people that have dropped offline, and that's not helpful for anyone. So keep posting. I'm just going to do a reading for Joanne, and then I'll do a reading for generators. Hi, Joanne. Thank you so much for being here. If we haven't met, my name is Katie. I'm a human design coach. I'm also an airline pilot, and I'm also a skin and hair care consultant. So I have a lot of skills. I have a lot of passions, and I love being able to share them with you guys. I just mentioned at the start of my live that I'm launching Side Hustle Startup School in late January. And that is for anyone who's been like intrigued about finding a new way to create extra income in 2024, but is like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know how it would even work. And there's a link to register for that in the caption. And registering for it is just showing that you're interested, and also puts you in the draw to win a full scholarship. So if you are keen on that, guys, definitely fill in the caption. Let me know. Give me a big thumbs up if you think that Side Hustle Startup School would be an interesting thing for you to do moving into 2024. Oh, thanks, Lydia. You too. Merry Christmas. I totally appreciate you being here every week. It really, I love it. I love it. All right. So, Joanne, let's do this. Let's see what comes up for you. Oh, Joanne, Knight of Cups, such a beautiful energy. Oh, and such a beautiful energy going into Christmas. Look, let me just honor the fact that I know that everyone doesn't celebrate Christmas, and that's, I'm here trying to spread some festive cheer, totally honoring you and your spiritual beliefs and your religion, and just hoping that you're having an amazing month, whether you are celebrating the silly season, Christmas, or anything else. But for you, Joanne, the Knight of Cups is just this beautiful energy of touching back into play. Actually, the Knight of Cups is actually asking us to center ourselves emotionally in order to take the next steps moving forward, feeling balanced, right? So all the Cups energy, Joanne, are to do with the matters of our heart, our emotional realms. And in the Knight of Cups, it's like, oh, what can you do? What do you need right now to bring yourself back to your center, to not give your power away to any external energies? Perhaps, I know this time of year can often be quite challenging, especially when it comes to being around family. And the Knight of Cups is like, hey, you've got everything you need actually within you to have strong emotional sort of stability. And what it often requires is us to nurture that a little bit, so that as we move forward, we don't end up being reactive, right? We can actually be, we can spend time with the people we love, invest time with the people we love, and not get kind of taken or swept up on a wave of like roller coaster, letting other people fuck with our energy, letting other people disrupt our emotional energy. So the Knight of Cups really wants you to center yourself so that you can, sorry, my Instagram keeps dropping out. Center yourself so that you can really, move through the silly season with a bit of stability. I hope that helps. It is a really supportive card and a really beautiful card. And it is a sign, like in spirit, when Knight of Cups comes up, it's like, you've got this, you've got everything you need to. Don't look how the horse is carefully walking through the pond, making little ripples. And the knight is holding a cup of water, and there's no water spilling out of that because he's very grounded. He's very deeply rooted to his emotional state and able to stay balanced to be able to kind of navigate whatever is moving ahead of him. So Joanne, it feels like this is a call for you to actually really center and ground yourself moving into the silly season. Guys, I just need to open my window. Get some more light. Whew, that's better. All right, let's go with human design generators, a reading for human design generators. So generators make up 37% of the population. I am a human design generator, and our special source is taking inspiration and turning it into something tangible in the 3D reality. So generators are known as the workforce energy of the collective, and we have a deep connection to our sacral energy center. So as I mentioned earlier, human design is a synthesis of astrology, the I Ching, the Kabbalah, the chakra system, right? So we have 9 energy centers in our human design chart. In the chakra system, there are 7 energy centers. There is a close relationship, but throughout our evolution, our human design chart evolves with us, and that's why we have more energy centers in our human design chart than we do in the chakra system. Now, as a generator or a manifesting generator, our sacral, that area kind of below our belly button, our lower sort of, our upper, you know what I mean, that sort of just below your stomach, your gut response is really vital as a generator type. So if you are a human design generator or manifesting generator, it's really important that you get to know your sacral energy center, because that is part of the communication that you have with source, with spirit, with the universe. So our strategy, so in human design, your strategy is how you're designed to attract opportunities and synchronicities. And as a generator, your strategy is to respond. Oh, you're a man, Jen, Vivian. Yeah, amazing. So you will have a connection with your sacral, like a really beautiful connection with your sacral. All right, let's do a reading for Jenny's. And this is my reading for the day as well, because I am a human design generator. And then I'm going to carry on with the personal readings. All right, human design generators. Ooh, King of Swords. Interesting. Okay, so the King of Swords, so the swords are to do with our intellect. We've had a lot of swords. All the readings have been swords so far. Oh, Kimberly, you're a reflector, 1% of the population, hey? You're a rarity and very powerful energy type. I look forward to doing your reading for you. So the King of Swords, using our intellect to stepping into our personal leadership in terms of our intellect. When the King of Swords comes up, it is actually a really beautiful call for us to, lean. He's holding his scales here as well, right? And Athene in the Justice card is holding scales. She also is holding a sword in the Ace of Swords. And there is this sort of overarching energy of finding the balance between our emotional state and our critical thinking. And when the King of Swords comes up, it's actually asking us to step into our personal leadership by really honoring our intellect and our brain chemistry. Often it's kind of requiring of us to maybe, not so much when we've been leaning too much or we've been stuck in our emotional states that haven't been serving us a lot, then the King of Swords comes up and says, hey, it's time for you to take your power back. Like, let's use your intellect to navigate this situation, not only to support yourself, but to support your wider community, whether that be your family, your friends. So as a generator at this time of year, the King of Swords, this energy is really going to be beautifully supportive of you kind of not getting carried away on any sort of emotional, not letting people take your emotional power away from you, allowing you to stand firm with your boundaries, allowing you to find the balance between your intellect and your emotional world. Don't let the 3D and other people's shenanigans distract you from what you know to be true. And apply that to supporting yourself and supporting your community and your family over the silly season. So very beautiful card. And actually it is a call to honor the fact that you've got a lot to offer in terms of your intelligence and your intellect and your way of thinking, right? So don't undervalue how much wisdom you have, how much intellect you have to apply throughout this time as well. All right, generators, that is for you. Let's go with Kimberly, reflector. Kimberly, let's do a reading for you. Hi, Steve. How are you? Good morning. All right, so Kimberly, let's do a reading. Beautiful reflector. I'll do a reading for reflectors straight after as well, and then you get two kind of side by side, which will give you a really beautiful sort of picture of what's in store for you for the end of 2023. All right, so how do you what's the word I'm looking for? How do you relate was the word I'm looking for, Kimberly, to being a reflector? Do you understand what being a reflector means? Do you understand your energetic gifts as a reflector? I'd love to know. All right, let's see what comes through for you, my love. Ooh, more freaking swords, you guys. Yeah, we're all up in our heads. It's all like asking us to kind of embrace and honor our intellect. Knight of Swords, Kimberly. This is fast action moving forward. It's like if you've had inspiration, this is like, look at this energy in this card. It's like, yes, go ahead, move forward. It's the kind of nod we often need when we've been like, oh, I've had an idea. I really want to do this. I really want to go forth and create and apply this wisdom, this knowledge, this thought. I want to express it. I want to bring something new into the world, but fuck, it scares me a little bit and I don't know how I'm going to do it and I don't know how I'm going to navigate it. The Knight of Swords is like, you've got something solid, like a really valid, viable seed, and you get to kind of move forward with that. There is a bit of a wind beneath your wings energy to this. Like it's almost like now's the time. So if you're feeling like, oh, now, we always have that seed of doubt, right? Like, oh, life is too busy. I don't have everything I need. I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. All those things. The Knight of Swords is like, put that shit to the side for a minute, because what you're thinking about is like, it's valid and it's time to like feed it, give it some more momentum, nurture the shit out of it, and just say yes to yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like, say yes to that creative vision, say yes to that fire in your belly. So how can you actually work with this, Kimberly, over the end of 2023? Well, what I would suggest is, like, if you don't even know what that kind of thought or that simmering sort of idea is that you've had, that you are kind of that this feels like it's like, yeah, go forth, then I would say even just a short meditation each morning with source, welcoming source and spirit in, and being like, I'm open and ready to receive like my next guidance, my next aligned step. If you do already know that you've got like this little seed of thought, of desire, of vision that you have been kind of potentially holding yourself back on, journal on like, what would happen if you chose to say yes to this right now? What would happen if you chose to say no? How would your life be different in 2024 if you put the fear to the side and went like, fuck it, I'm going to go all in on this? And the Knight is like, swift action is good action right now, right? So I would say, look, you're going to know better than anyone else, but don't sit on it for too long. All right, amazing. Okay, so what I am going to do now is a reading for reflectors, because Kimberly's a reflector and reflectors make up only 1% of the population. So you guys, it is very rare that I get to have a reflector live on my lives when I am doing these beautiful tarot and human design readings. So I'm excited to do this for you, Kimberly, and any other reflectors. I'd love to know if anyone else is a reflector. Oh, Kimberly, you're welcome. I'm so excited for you. It is a fun energy. Like, I think one of the things I like about the Knight of Swords is that it's a little bit playful, it's a little bit creative, and it's a little bit like, yeah, feel the fear and fucking do it anyway, you know, which I love a bit of that energy. It's what I'm all about. Do you guys know I have a podcast? It's called the Level Up with Katie B podcast, and I talk about manifestation, I talk about human design, I talk about energetics and mindset, and I give you tools that you need to build your most aligned, abundant, and fulfilling life. Yep, you can find it on Apple and Spotify, or through my Instagram at Level Up with Katie B. There's a link through there as well. Sometimes I forget to tell people about my podcast, but it is one of my favorite ways to provide free content for you guys. All right, let's do this for reflectors. Stop it. Kimberly, I just shuffled the crap out of these cards. Knight of Swords it is. That's a double message for you. There is no, like, I say this all the time on my lives. When Spirit wants to tell you a message, it'll tell it to you loud and clear. Go forth. I've got nothing else to say. Go forth and do it. All right. That was a nice quick one. Okay, so I know you can't make this shit up, eh? Love it, love it, love it. All right. Is anyone on Instagram that would like a reading? Let me know. All right, let's go with Viv. Welcome. Yes, absolutely, Claire. I mentioned earlier, please keep messaging, commenting on the chat if you would like a reading, because I'm just going to pick people through the bottom of the chat. And the reason I do that is because sometimes I do readings for people and they've gone, and that's not helpful for anyone. All right, absolutely, Steve. I would love to do a reading for you. All right, let me take a wee drink. Okay, Viv, let's see. You don't know if you're a reflector or whatever else. Okay, well, you can download your human design chart, Viv. I'm going to post the link again in the chat because I know it gets lost. So if you're wanting to download your human design chart, I've just popped it in the chat. So you'll see it come up there 3 times from Level Up with Katie B, Spiritual Events Directory, and Katie Bateman. All right, Viv, let's see what comes through for you. You guys, I am overheating in my Santa hat. I hope you appreciate my festiveness. It's making me sweat. All right, Viv. Oh, Viv, Queen of Wands. Oof. Oh, God, I love the Queen of Wands. Okay, so apart from the fact that I'm a crazy cat lady, and so is she. Look at her with her lion, and she's got lions on her throne as well. Oh, Viv, when the queens come up, we're being asked to invoke like an energy, right? A specific flavor of energy. And with the Queen of Wands, it is that energy of like almost the energy of the witch, the alchemist, the creative, unapologetic creative fire, right? The one that shows up and is just so boldly expressive of her unique flavor flav. So Viv, often when the Queen of Wands comes up, can come up in times where we might have been like dimming to fit in. We might have been reducing or not kind of not expressing ourselves in our fullness, and Spirit is like, hey, like, why have you been holding back? Like, the world needs you to shine your unique flavor onto the world. And what can you do right now? What things can you spend your time, energy, and money on that will really help you come out of your shell a bit more, to help you feel like you're spreading your wings and showing up in a way that feels life-giving to you, not because of other people's expectations, not because of what anyone else thinks you should do, the way you should be, what societal norms and expectations are. Like, no, do it for you, show up for you, doing and okay, so Viv, let me give you an example. I think this is my what I do here with Human Design and Tarot. You know, my day job is flying airplanes. People do not expect an airline pilot to show up doing tarot readings, to be loud and proud about their connection to source and spirit, to be a human design reader, to be a skin and hair care consultant. And I invoke the energy of the Queen of Wands almost on a daily basis to give me the courage I need to show up sharing my gifts unapologetically, right? Because I'm not living my life for anyone else. For all the middle-aged men that I fly airplanes with that probably think I'm crazy for doing these incredible things that I do, like, whatever, I'm doing my thing and I'm being loud and proud about my gifts. And that's the energy for you, Viv, as well. Like, do not keep yourself small for anyone. Like, no, the world needs you to shine your light bright. So my question to you, Viv, is what could you do over the coming weeks that would be just to nurture your interests, just to nurture things that you love, just to make you, give you some pleasure, some joy, you know, let you be more of yourself. All right, let's do, and I don't know what Billy No Mates means. Oh, and Billy No Mates, are you a human design manifestor? That's quite a common energy for manifestors to have, and that's totally, like, it's beautiful energy. This isn't about separating yourself from others, Viv. It's about it's not even really about being outspoken. It's about letting yourself revel in the bliss of your own passions, right? Like indulge in your own passions. Yeah. All right, so let's do a reading for, who have we done? We've done manifestors, we've done generators, we've done reflectors, and now I'm going to do a reading for manifesting generators. So manifesting generators are the only energy type that are a combination of two different energy types. So they're a combination of manifestor energy and generator energy. So 33% of the population are manifesting generators. And in general, it shows up as being almost like a quicker energy of generator energy. So your strategy is actually, and remember, if you're new to human design, your strategy is how you're designed to attract opportunities and synchronicities. It's the language of the universe speaking through us. And for manifesting generators, it's to respond and to inform. So manifestors' strategy is to inform, and generators' energy strategy is to respond. So you guys have another beautiful connection to your sacral, but also a really beautiful relationship to your throat chakra. A lot of manifesting generators go on a journey to learn how to express themselves more authentically, and also have a really interesting energy with a connection, to trial and error and experimentation, very quick energy. That's a brief overview. It's hard to give you all the juicy deets about the energy types in one short live. All right, let's do a reading for manifesting generators. Ooh, Four of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay, so manifesting generators, the Four of Pentacles comes up when we're like potentially kind of living in a bit of scarcity mindset, a bit of lack mentality, maybe a little bit of envy and jealousy is happening. And the Four of Pentacles comes up to tap us on the shoulder and be like, hey, there is enough to go around. We live in a benevolent universe. There is more than enough resources. There is more than enough space in any community for you to create, to welcome abundance, and also to share your gifts and provide and create. There is, just because someone else might be doing what you're doing, or maybe someone else is doing something similar but not quite the same, they're not competition to you, because no one can do what you can do the way you do it. So when the Four of Pentacles comes up, it's almost like an encouragement to say, like, where have you been hoarding your magical counting beans too much? Like, have you been gripping too tightly to resources for fear that there is no in and outflow, right? And often what happens when we're manifesting is that if we grip too tightly, we actually end up slowing down the manifestation process. So an example might be like, if you are in business and you have been experiencing maybe a slowdown in receiving, new clients or sales, but you've not been willing to invest in upskilling or retraining or marketing, then maybe you've been holding on to your money and your resources too much, and actually just investing a little bit would be a really beautiful way to create extra flow. And it works. It's the same thing for your personal life as well, right? If you feel like you've been struggling to create, or your manifestations haven't been coming through, what is it time to let go of? What is it time to trust and surrender to the flow of the natural laws of the universe, So manifesting generators, it's probably a great time to just look where you've been gripping too tightly in your manifestation process. What do you need to let go of in order to bring something new in? All right, let's do a reading for Steve and then Vivian. Love a reading. So Steve, thanks for hanging around. It's awesome to see you. Thanks everyone for your patience. I always really appreciate it. Oh, amazing. All right, let's go for Steve. Nat, you can download your human design chart. I've dropped the link a few times in the chat, so scroll through and you'll see some posts from me that share the link to download your human design chart in there. Yep. All right, let's see. Hi, Ruthie. Welcome. Good to see you. I'd love to do a reading for you. Just keep posting, everyone, because I've still got 20 minutes, so I've got plenty of time. All right. Oh, Steve, it flew out. Oh, my goodness. two cards, and they're both air related, swords. So Justice and the Three of Swords. Okay, so Steve, with Justice, first of all, I was talking about Athene earlier because we've had a lot of swords energy come up today. It's a lot of mind stuff, right? Potentially a lot of like stress and anxiety and all that sort of stuff. But for you specifically, Steve, let's start with Justice. This is about having finding the balance between, well, balance in general. There's so much balance in this card. There's a wise owl on the shoulder, and there's also Athene holding her scales, balance, and she's holding, why does Instagram keep dropping out? Oops. Sorry, team. Let me just wait. Sorry, Steve, it cut out. It's my end. I'm not sure why Instagram keeps doing that. So balance. This is finding the balance between your critical thinking and your intuition, your connection to source and spirit, not leaning too heavily on one or the other, but actually applying critical thinking is being asked of you right now. So quite often, especially with our community of beautiful, spiritual, soul-led humans, we can sometimes kind of lean too heavily on one or the other, our intuition, our connection to source, constantly asking spirit for signs, constantly asking source to support us, which is great, right? But when justice comes up, it's like, actually, you've got a lot of wisdom. Use your critical thinking to navigate the situation. Allow yourself to use all your intellect to apply it critically. Don't get swept up too much on following like the signs just now. Let yourself apply common sense and intellect and your critical thinking. Look at the facts. Look at the facts and don't overlook what is in black and white, right? Do not overlook what's in black and white, because that is important as well. You know, one of the biggest lessons from justice is that if we can find the beautiful balance between all those things, we're going to be in a pretty good place. And I truly believe justice comes up for us when we've kind of lost the balance a little bit, and it's like calling us back to find that. And then with the Three of Swords, Steve, this is energy that, look, it is energy that often comes up when we've been protecting our heart, when we've been kind of avoiding tricky conversations, if we've been avoiding doing something that we know we need to do. So when the Three of Swords comes up, it's like, the hard conversation has to be had in order for you to move forward. So this is a call into really looking after yourself, looking after your emotional well-being, so that you feel strong enough to have hard conversations or take hard action that you might have been putting off, delaying. All right, that's for you, Steve. All right, Vivian, let's do a reading for you, and then I'm going to do my last human design energy type reading, which will be for projectors. Oh, Joanne, you're a manifestor. Beautiful energy. Beautiful. You're welcome. All right, Vivian, let's go. Whoop. Where is it? Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. I've got my finger on it. Oh, I just dropped it. Oh, groaning like an old woman. All right. I'm going to have to shuffle them again, Vivian, because I just dropped a whole stack on the ground and I'm not sure which one was for you. Okay, Vivian. Ooh, Nine of Pentacles. Excuse me. Okay. Look at the energy in this. Look at all that gold. Look at all that abundance, all those grapes, all that presence that, what's his name? Daedalus has in this card. Vivian, this is the energy of like sustainable success, long-term sustainable success based on solid foundations. Now, often the Nine of Pentacles comes up for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's like, whoa, look what you've created. Look how abundant and how much abundance and how much success you've already had in your manifestations in your 3D reality. Like, it is a call to really just celebrate that. And then also it's encouragement that you have a lot of resources to keep building from, that long-term sustainable success is like you're on that path. To not overlook what you've developed, the things that you have, the skills that you've acquired, what you've invested already. Like there is so much more to come, but you've got such a solid foundation. And it is a bit of a celebration, this card, like just knowing that, like being able to relax a little bit, knowing that you're not really in that kind of hustle and push phase of manifesting anymore, but you're more in that like self-sustaining sort of phase of the manifestation process. So look, honestly, Vivian, I feel like this is just a really beautiful time as you move into the end of the year to like settle in and just reflect and let yourself enjoy the fruits of your labor, and know that whatever your vision for manifestation for 2024 is, whatever you choose to create next year, you've got such incredible foundations to be able to do that. You've got a lot of resources inner and outer to be able to apply to that. So maybe it's worth just like taking stock of that and going like, all right, like the world is my oyster. What am I going to create next year? And what have I already got that I can use both inner and outer resources to fuel that? Beautiful. Well, gratitude is such an incredible energy to live in, right? It helps us stay connected to the beauty in every moment. It's so beautiful. All right, projectors. Let's do the last human design energy type reading, and then I'm going to do a whole bunch of personal readings before I sign off. Don't forget, if you are interested, if you've been kind of wondering how you can overcome the rising costs of living, if you can take your power back and start creating a bit of extra fun money in your life next year, manifest a bit of extra fun money. If you've been wondering if a side hustle is for you, I have got an incredible offer launching late January, but you can register now to get early bird offer and also go in the draw to win a full scholarship to Side Hustle Startup School. So Side Hustle Startup School is going to give you all the tools you need to launch a side hustle and make it so you can start making money quicker. Because I've seen, in my role as a human design coach, I've seen a lot of people start side hustles and really struggle, especially in the first 3 months of business. And I want you to start making money straight away. So I started Side Hustle Startup School to take the confusion and the resistance out of starting a side hustle, so you can like just do it, start making money, and with like all the guidance and support that you need to make it a success. So if you're interested in that, you can register to get the early bird offer and register to get the scholarship. I'll put the form, I'll just drop the link here. There you go. And there'll be more information. Just by registering, you're going on the mailing list to be the first to get open cart specials. And also I've got a few freebies going out as well. All right, Vivian, projectors. We're doing a reading for projectors. So projectors make up 30% of the population, and they are known to be 20% of the population are known to be the birds of the collective. Why? Because they have this really incredible way of gaining perspective. They have a really good way of being able to show us all better, more efficient, more upgraded ways of doing things. Often projectors can have a bit of a stigma from childhood as being a little bit bossy. And the reason for that is that they can see things more clearly than other people, and they feel compelled to guide them to do things better, which is part of their magic. And one of the best things about learning your human design is that you get to learn how to navigate stuff like that. So let's see what comes up for projectors. Let me just shuffle that again. Oh, okay, it just flew out. You guys, I must be getting tired, because this always happens when I get tired. I start throwing cards around. Oh, projectors, death. Oh my goodness, big energy. Right, so death comes up for us when we're at the end of a cycle, when we are ready to put something to bed, nurture the soil, compost the ground, and turn it into some fertile ground to plant something new. It is the ending of the cycle. Projectors, look, we're coming to the end of 2023. This is a call for you to go like, all right, 2023, how was it? What did I do? What did I love? What didn't I love? What do I know that I'm done with? What am I ready to say goodbye to? And also, it's an opportunity to actually like make a bit of a ceremony of that, right? So often, like I'm guilty of it because I just love new beginnings so much. But I often forget to honor the end of a cycle. And I think there's something really beautiful and magical about letting yourself witness as you bury something, as you say goodbye to something. Just let yourself be in that moment and have a really like soak up the wisdom that comes from the end of a cycle, right? Because end of cycles are for a reason. They're here for us to, like I said earlier, nurture the soil, put something new in so that you can build from that. You can grow stronger, that your ground is more fertile now moving onwards. So projectors, for the end of the year, my encouragement to you is to just take a really beautiful moment to maybe like build a little ceremony for yourself to say goodbye to what is like, you know, that you're ready to say goodbye to. If there has been an ending that has been forced for you that you feel like you're not prepared to, the death card often comes up when it's like, hey, you are ready. Don't forget that you can always rely on external support to support you through endings as well. Beautiful card. All right, Nat Ellie, let's do a reading for you. I really do like your beautiful rainbows. So, Nat, what is your human design energy type? Do you know? I wonder if you know. But if you don't, that's okay as well. You can download your chart there's a link in the caption that you can download your human design chart and start on your human design journey. Let's see what comes up for you, my love. Oops. Oh, you're welcome. If there's anyone else that's watching that is still keen for a reading, keep commenting because I will get to you as many people as I can in the next 10 minutes. I've got 10 minutes remaining on my live. Oh, you're an empath. How beautiful. You know, I am as well. And I think, you know, there's an energy center in our human design chart called the emotional solar plexus. And that combined with another energy center, which is called the G center, if they are undefined, that can manifest as us feeling like very empathetic, feeling like we really get caught on a wave of other people's emotions. We feel all the feels. It's amazing. And human design gives you some really cool tools to be able to navigate those energies, Nat. So I think being an empath is one of the greatest superpowers we could ever have, right? And one of our journeys as empaths is learning how to harness that to be able to like look after ourselves and also build a thriving life for not just ourselves, but our communities. Hi, Sarah. Welcome. So good to see you. All right, Nat, let's do a reading for you, my love. Ooh. Two of Cups now. Oh, this is okay. This is self-love, right? This is calling you into. Okay. Two of Cups wants you to double down on your practices that help you cultivate a deep sense of worthiness and self-love. And the reason the Two of Cups comes to us with this message is so that we can have strong, fruitful relationships moving forward without projecting our unresolved emotional states, our past traumas, unhealed aspects, shadow aspects, so that we can move forward in matters of the heart with a solid basis that means that we don't project all those wounds, all those unhealed aspects onto the other. Why is that important? It's important because when we have taken responsibility for really loving up to ourselves, to really nurturing, there's just a whole bunch of pelicans floating past my window. They're amazing. When we've really committed to that, it makes it a lot easier for us to be open-hearted with the other. It helps take rose-colored glasses off so that we see other people for who they are, so that our projections aren't blurring the lines of what is their shit and what is your shit. It helps us be empathetic towards other people's needs, but also empathetic towards ourselves. One of the big things with the Two of Cups, Nat, is like, if we don't look after those sorts of things, if we don't go on that journey of healing and supporting ourselves to really be firm in our self-love and self-worth, then we're actually closing ourselves off to really rich, beautiful relationships. And you deserve so much better than that. So Nat, with the Two of Cups, what I would say for the end of the year is like, we don't have to be 100% in our self-worth and self-love 100% of the time. I think that's really normal human state to have a bit of like criticism for ourselves. But what I would say is this is a call for you to be gentle with yourself, and also like be intentional with how you love up to yourself. Maybe some morning practices like, Mel Robbins. Who doesn't love Mel Robbins? She wrote the High Five Habit, and the High Five Habit is a tool that we can use to build self-worth, to build self-love. You look at yourself in the eyes in the morning in the mirror, you give yourself a fucking high five for being you, not for what you give to other people, not for what you do to other people, just because you are you and you are worthy of celebration every goddamn day. A practice like that would be really beautiful for you at this time of year, Nat. And then maybe moving into the start of 2024, in order for you to, having a deep sense of self-love and self-worth also supports us in building a really solid manifestation process. It's not critical. It's not going to block you if you are not in 100% self-worth, but it is going to expedite the process. So beautiful way for you to like build some solid foundations for your manifestations moving into 2024, which is so exciting. All right. So, thanks, Christine. Let me know if you would like a reading. Christine, let me know if you would like a reading. All right. Okay, team. Rebecca. Yes, thanks for your patience, Rebecca. I've seen you come up. I've got 5 minutes left, but do you know what? I feel like I've still got a bit of energy. I am getting tired, but I've still got a bit of energy. So if you don't already follow me at Level Up with KTB on Instagram, head over to Instagram because I'll finish off with a couple of extra readings over there. So I'm going to do one more reading, maybe 2 more readings on Facebook, and then I'm going to stay on Instagram and do a few more personal readings over there. So head over there if you don't get a reading in the next couple of minutes. All right, Rebecca, let's see what comes up for you. Tiaringa, woo! Oh, it's so good to see you. I just love your name. It's so beautiful. All right, let's see what comes up, Rebecca. Oh, Page of Wands. Oh, no, it's itchy. Okay, Page of Wands. Oh, this is, okay. So pages are the playful energy, they're the youthful energy of the tarot. And there is a few things that always come up with the pages. It's, first of all, be in reverence of that youthful, sprightly energy that you have within you, right? Like play often comes up. With the Page of Wands, there is a creative fire that is like ready to be acted upon. So Rebecca, this the wands are to do with our creative passions, what we came here to express and experience in this lifetime. This is like full turning your passion to purpose, expressing your passion through your business, through your family, through the way that you show up in the community, through your job, whatever it might be. The Page of Wands is like whatever you've had simmering, it's like there is a lot of movement. There is a lot of encouragement to take that flame and run with it right now. It is yes. The answer is yes. Whatever the question is that you've been asking in terms of like your creative desires, your passions, manifestations, the answer is yes, it's worthy. Now do something with it. It is action, and playfulness is required, like a lightheartedness. Don't take it too seriously. Don't overthink it. Don't try and see all the puzzle pieces. Just know that this is worthy of like taking the ball and running with it, so to speak. So Rebecca, what a fun energy to end the year with. Like you're in kind of, that's like full creative movement that is happening. So I would really encourage you to like sit down and ask yourself, what do I desire moving into 2024? Like tune into that. Do not underestimate the power of your desires because they are pointing you towards what is meant for you. All right, Christine, let's do a reading. Cole, welcome. How are you? I'm doing some tarot and human design readings. I'm just about to finish up on Facebook, and then I'm going to stay on, what's this called? Instagram for a little bit longer. All right. And, oh, Amazing, Rebecca. I love that. I would love to see some of your art. What sort of art do you do? All right, Te Aranga, I'm going to pop you up there. I'm going to do a reading for Christine. And if you are on Facebook and you haven't got a reading yet, head over to @levelupwithkdb on Instagram and I'll do some readings there. For now, I'm doing a reading for Christine. You working today, Cole? I was on the AOG Reserve last night and they called me at 8:30 for a 10:30 p.m. departure. And then it got cancelled. So grateful because I'd been up for a long time. So I got away with it, but I'm on it again tonight. So fingers crossed that I don't get called in. All right, Christina, this is for you. Christine, sorry. Ooh, Christine, justice. We've had so much air energy today in the readings. So look, I'm really hoping that my readings today have given you the tools that you need to know that like we can drop the stress, we can drop the anxiety. Let's like make the silly season fun and lighthearted and kind of leave all that, I guess, ruminating behind. Okay. Now, so justice, Christine, it's all about finding balance. It's all about finding the balance between our critical thinking and our intuitive selves, our connection to source and spirit, alchemizing that and putting look at the black and white here. It is kind of encouraging us to apply our critical thinking to a situation so that we don't go down too much of a rabbit hole, handing over our power by, seeking external support all the time. In particular, I think justice comes up for us often when maybe we've been like really heavily kind of relying on like source and spirit to send us signs like, please show me the way, give me guidance. Justice comes up to say, actually, what's required of you right now is to sit down, look at the facts, look at the black and white, and just apply your critical thinking to navigate the situation because you actually already have a lot of information, a lot of the knowledge that you need to be able to move forward. It's a major arcana card, so it's a really overarching energy that's being kind of asking to be applied to a big cycle in your life. So maybe if you feel like you've been really in touch with your emotional realms, really in touch with your intuitive realms, but you're lacking in the kind of applying your critical thinking to a specific situation, this is definitely a call to like just take a minute to use your wisdom. There's a wise old owl on Goddess Athene's shoulders. Flip. All right, I need to say goodbye on Facebook. Sorry, team. Yes, there's a wise old owl. So use your wisdom, use your critical thinking to apply to this situation. I'm so sorry, Instagram keeps dropping out. All right, that's for Christine. On Facebook, Te Aranga, I'm going to do a reading for you and then I'm going to say goodbye, everyone. Head over to @levelupwithkdb on Instagram if you'd like a reading. All right, Te Aranga, this is for you. Oh, here we go. Ooh, 4 of Wands. Okay, Te Aranga, this is like celebration. This is acknowledging where you have come, how far you've come on your creative quest over the last, look, honestly, I'm going to say a year because that popped up. And also that people are here to support you in building on that. So Te Aranga, this is a little bit of an opportunity for you to celebrate the skills that you've developed, the creativity that you've expressed, everything that you've created this year, and also know that there are people out there that want to support you. How are you showing up for yourself to invite more of that? And how are you showing up to allow people to gather around you and support you on your quest moving forward into 2024? You don't have to do it alone. And in fact, it adds more potency to all of our creative visions when we allow other people to support us. So that's for you, Te Aranga. It's such a beautiful energy. Allow yourself to celebrate your successes, learn from any wisdom that any slowdowns, any mishaps that you had through 2023 and apply that. And don't forget to ask for support. There are people that want to support you. All right, my loves. I'm signing off on Facebook, but I'm going to continue on Instagram. So if you want some more readings, @levelupwithkdb. If you want to register for Side Hustle Startup School, there's a link in the caption. If you want to download your human design chart, there's a link in the caption. If you're interested in my podcast, it's called the Level Up with KDB podcast. It's available on Spotify, through my Instagram, and on Apple Podcasts. That's it from me today, team. I'm going to stay on Instagram and do a few more readings. All right, take care.